All right, welcome. It is time as we begin our pirating adventures here upon the Ether Sea. We are ready to go forth and see what insanity awaits as our amazing pirate crew is becoming halfway legit as they're trying to make their own trading company, but then has gotten their eyes upon the power of ether plans, and ether vehicles, and their desire to get some of these technological plans from the Carliani Empire and are on their way to Port Kylo in order to see this happen. So I'm going to pick up on this ship as we go. Remember, you can go ahead and put inspiration on in the chat to help our people go and have some fun and get into their misadventure. So let us go forward. So the Ether Sea is as calm as it possibly could be these days as make your way. Oh, remember, did we do the navigation checks for Port Kylo?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Don't think so either.
All right. Because you were on your way, right? You would be gone making your
Yeah.
thing there. Okay. So let's continue then. All right. Support Kylo. It is essentially a well-known route. So we're gonna mark off. It is a 3-leg journey. So I think for this, we'll have you arrive because with your navigation checks at this point, getting to Port Kylo is not going to be much of an issue, especially if you're not really trying to avoid anything. So that would just be 3 legs of supplies you have to mark off.
All right.
Very good. All right, and there's anything else that we need to do? In that case, you safely arrive. You know a lot of the old haunts here. What exactly are you going? Where are you looking to go?
Urkel's gonna approach Galtic. Well, Galtic, you know the best clientele around this place. You saw what I've been working on. I heard the Carlian Empire has ideas for this. You think you could help get some people to smuggle us those plans?
Yeah, I think I have a few connections left over in the area.
You know we're always one to pay it back with another job if they need.
Over the table, Matt, would I be able to know people here that would be able to help us with this?
Yeah, that's why you are aware of a few specifically. There is there's a gentleman named Shivane the Sorrow. Sorry, a woman named that.
Yeah, Shivane the Sorrow can help us out. They're pretty good smuggler, pretty famous.
Well, if you'd
They're
like to meet
actually
with them,
infamous.
perfect. How about you go Sasa Badil?
We'll see.
All right. Um, you do find out that they are in port on board their ship called the Dolar.
All right, I'll head over there.
All right. And when over there, you are able to meet her. Give me one sec. Okay. Jivan will meet you. And inner quarters, they are fairly standard. This is on um, a standard sloop that she pirates or captains, and remembering you and some of the shenanigans, new contact, she'll go, Gothic, welcome. And do you come with any of your people, or is it just you?
Probably just me.
Ah, well. Please sit. I have, let's see, is it sugar water you like? If I remember.
Yes.
There you go. She's a female elf with this green hair that comes down to just about in the mid of her back. She sits. So, old friend, you've become quite famous and recognizable.
I'm glad to hear that, especially from you.
So why is it that you have come and brought the attention to little Omi?
Well, my captain, Admiral, is very interested in getting an ether submarine.
An ether sub.
Yeah, and I assumed you would be able to help us, acquire either one or the for one.
I don't think I can, but so out of here, was it you were trying to get an actual stub, or were you trying to get the plans to make one, or materials? What were you trying
Anything
to
to help us make one.
get? Right.
I mean, even like, not obviously, it's going to be hard to find one and requisition one because that's probably very in the military for them. But yeah, if there's like any older ones that got broken down that there's parts of that they know of, or just more ideas of how they did it. So
Mainly the
purple can
pieces that we
incorporate-
probably can't build ourselves, or like get other
Exactly.
people to build, like pretty easily.
I see. Well, that does put us in a situation. So we are trying to get parts for one of the most highly kept secrets. Smuggling Magitech out of the Carliane Empire.
Pretty much. We'll make it worth your while.
How much are you thinking?
How about 2 pounds of aether?
Yes, none of this manufactured blood ether that you've been peddling.
Yeah, it is.
Ah. No, thank you. Believe me, I appreciate the hustle. You are trying to do what you need, and maybe you could use it to power these things, but I do not. I will not deal on this stuff.
Fair. We could get you fire crystals.
Could. I have very little use, and you are, say, selling and making the trade market, depleting their rarity. Good for you.
Fine. How's just 10,000 gold sound?
10,000 gold. You are talking about a very dangerous enterprise. We should be so lucky as to not have 10,000 gold bounties on our heads should any wind of this get to the Carlian Empire. So, I must admit that I respect what you are trying to do. Becoming a force of trade here. But I ask you, Goltik, I am curious about your trading company. To what end? The Ether Expanse is entirely the Empire of Eris and Carliane. They Eris sees this place simply as a port of call, a place that is easier to make portals to other places. Of course, correct. Carliane, no. This is simply a resource to be abused. And those of us who trade among the islands, we are just here until the ether runs out. So, are you the same? Sailing
No.
until there's no value left?
No, not really. We have different goals in mind.
Like what?
Sorry, I'm trying to think of a plausible thing. Oh well, we're trying to create more stability in the expanse.
How does one go about stabilizing that which is, by its very existence,
Good relations with different groups of people.
Sure, but what does it matter?
Oh, a lot of people call the expanse their home. It's just our goal to make sure that they can live fruitful lives.
And what happens when no one cares about this little patch of dimensional refuse?
Then they move on. And then the people who call it home will continue to live here. And hopefully
Assuming they're
thrive.
still here.
We're not going to here that doesn't want to stay. If they want to move back to their own planes, then they can.
See. Um, well, I guess what I very much want to know is so you make life more hospitable now. How long do you think before forces are marshaled against you?
Honestly, not that long. Actually, realistically, I expect if all goes well that it'll probably be like minimum a week before they come after us.
Exactly.
But we don't have to bring you into it. We don't have to bring your name into it. Don't worry, we're a very confidential group.
Oh, I'm so sure, but the pirates talk, it's what we are. And you have a very large fleet, like you said. You could have spies you know nothing about. There could be quiet spies, but ones that are there simply for information.
Then all communication will just remain between me and you. We'll meet privately and without the knowledge of any of my crew members, other
It's
than my
nearly
captain.
impossible. Yes, well, what we will need to be doing is smuggling. Well, that will require a ship. At any rate, 10,000 gold is a good start. However, what I am, let's say, since I am to help this trading company, that it seems you have laudable ideas, and frankly, I am hopeful. You have proven yourself good at capturing ships. You have been able to convince crews. You're able to organize an attack upon the nth degree itself. That's good. So, how about you? 10,000 gold plus you and your crew owe me a favor.
As long as the favor's not too barbaric, I'll agree.
Sure. I won't be slaughtering innocents. If I was cared about that, I'd take your blood ether. So,
Good point.
very
Just have to
good.
lay down the ground rules.
No, fair enough. So, I can get something through the checkpoints and safely. If you can get it to my ship. But there is this small matter of stealing said thing. Through my contacts, I can begin to try to find out when such a rather exciting theft could occur. I could smuggle some of the most vaunted people there. So smuggle you there, you get it back, and I smuggle you back to the port of your choosing.
Works for us.
Right. So you steal the thing, and I work out the intelligence and transportation.
All right, I'll go get you your gold.
Very good. I will Let's drop it off, and I will be in contact with you once I find out what we need.
Perfect. Have some fake. Do you have any fake goods here, like empty cargo boxes, anything like that?
Indeed, I know my business, Gotik.
Cool. Just have some ready for to trade the gold for.
Yes. She nods. Goes, trade, very good. You still have it.
It's good to see you again.
Did you as well? Always good to have former roommates become business partners. All right. And she'll let you leave, and you can report back to your captain.
All right, I'll head back and go to Urkel and be like, all right, she'll do it for 10,000 gold in a favor.
We have that, right?
Yeah, we do. We have 17,000.
Okay. Then when did she say we'll do it? Do we have time before we head out? Or is this we leave today?
We have some time, not a lot. We got to
Like
bring the gold over
days
now,
or
though.
like- okay. We could do that.
And we'll have to. We can always. Actually, Matt, we didn't discuss when.
Yeah, so she was wanting to. Yeah, so she needs to get the information. So she
Okay, so
doesn't
a few
really
days.
have. Well, you don't know. So
Okay.
the what she was implying, the issue is she doesn't know where one is currently. She has to try to locate one or know when one will be somewhere, and that depends on whether they are will not have one. So there's a lot of things
Cool.
she can't necessarily promise. Oh, it's going to be this long because there's too many factors. For
Yeah,
her.
that makes sense.
Well, while
It'll
we're
kind
in
of be at
port-
the drop of a hat, Captain.
That's fine. Maybe we might have to. Well, while we're in port, we can look around to see what we can find out to help our absolute new friends that we brought aboard. And we do have to return the other ships soon and help them back. Because they're still following us, I think. Yeah, we haven't dropped off our ships back yet. So,
They can just sail off on their own, can't they? They have guns.
yeah, they could.
They could just continue the trading route.
I mean, they don't got any goods. They have to go back. We sold all the goods, remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we can send them back if we want. I just figured that'd be a group question more than just me telling them to leave. But, well, while we're in town, we should probably also... So the two people we brought along, Matt, from the Wing Crown,
I believe it was 3, right?
was it three
Yeah,
of
that's
them?
three.
Okay.
Yep. And we need to
Wow.
bring them back to that island, actually. So yeah, we do need to stop by there again.
That's also what I figured. And Hercule wants to find them and go. So, what supplies again are we needing for this requisition?
All right. And this is specifically about the portal, or
Yeah.
okay. All right. So you have the ether crystal that they need. And they are making this. They're making you a permanent portal that will get you underneath the waters, right?
Yep.
That you can turn on and off, I believe, was the other part of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. In that case, So they talk to you. All right, since we're actually doing this, and now we're fugitives, we need a good amount of metal.
How much
Yeah.
metal? Like pound wise?
Say 20 pounds should do it. Actually, I'm sorry, they're going to take, because they're doing your ship, I'm sorry, so they're going to need about
Yeah.
400 pounds
Okay.
of metal.
Sorry, real quick question. Are they fugitives? Because we smuggled them out. We disguised them and everything.
So they know they're fugitives because they are going to not report to a top secret position.
Fair
They
point.
know that they're traders,
Okay, yeah,
They're
that's true. I
helping
mean, like,
with information,
are they known fugitives at this point?
but not known.
They're going to be known now because all it took was 1 day for them not to report, and then maybe a few days to see if they were missing. In other words, they are assuming that people are going to realize that they fled or something's happening. And if they are found, they are in deep trouble.
Fair. They did say though that they got time off or something.
They did. They got a few days, but remember, it's
Okay.
like weeks on your ship.
Okay. Oh yeah, facts.
Between
Okay, cool. Just making
locations.
sure.
Yeah. So like that's the whole thing. Is sea is fairly safe travel, so you can go through it. And so by now, and again, your ship was seen at Wind Crown. Your ship was seen over here. Thankfully, Wind Crown's very huge, but they still have to breathe. So they are assuming. Perfect. All right. So at any rate, sorry. So they're gonna. I think ultimately here, I know I'm like kind of just looking through this whole thing. So they're gonna need that. They're also gonna need roughly a 1 ton of wood. Is what they need. And then, or they go, right, and then if you want this to be a bit more stable to your location, anything of interest from the island.
How would a creature do?
If
It resides on the island. It comes from it. It's plant-based.
Yes, we will be chopping this thing up.
Oh, don't worry. It has some revenge coming its way.
Certainly. That'll work out. All right, so Iris, we'll do that. And right. Yep, here's the wood. Get that. We can start creating this thing. Tell me precisely where are we to put this? It might be quite noticeable.
That's something that I'm going to discuss with my crew, but we will find that out. I mean, have you ever been down to the Fossborn Islands?
No, haven't left Wind Crown.
Well, it's an island full of jungle and wood. It's very remote down there. So, you'll see once we get there. And maybe
Fair enough.
with your architecture help, you might be able to help us spot a good place for it.
Possibly. Right. I guess that your biggest concern is going to be hiding the thing. I mean, It's not much of a secret entrance to your secret base if everyone knows where it is when they sail by the island.
Exactly.
Being.
All right.
We'll grab everybody and tell them, crew. All right, everybody. So I don't know if Port Kylo has this, but we need to find, at least for that portal that we're looking to build, some metal, about 400 pounds, 1 ton of wood, and Blot, Galtic, I know you guys might like this. We have to go after that creature that killed us. Remember that in the first?
Yes, I do.
Yes, we get our revenge finally.
You mean the
We will have to-
imaginary plant you all talk about?
Yes.
Alright.
We'll still have to meet with Sorry, what was the smuggler's name again?
Zavane.
We'll have to meet with Zavane first and make sure that she knows where we're heading and make sure that works well for her too.
We'll drop. I mean, you can do that when you drop off the gold. Let her know that we're making our travels to drop off our ships, because obviously we don't want them to just hang out in port. We have to collect some things, but we'll be back in about. How long would it take us, say, Matt, in our minds, for a trip from here to Phosphorn Island? Pretty much.
Probably take about 3 weeks.
So tell them if they could at least. We'll be back in about a month, or is that just one way or both ways?
That's one way. So yeah,
Okay,
it'll
so
take
about-
some. It'll take some time.
Give them about 2 months, Galtic. That should give them some information. Go build in time.
All right, I'll talk to her about that and see what she thinks.
I mean,
You can reply if you want, but basically that's fine. Like it's going to take her some time to figure this out.
All right,
So-
cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
So
If
she's
she's good
totally
with it.
good.
I'm good with it.
Like, because you gotta remember, because of the travel in these areas, like it always takes weeks to go to one location and another week and another week. Like, if you got this within a year, you're doing really good.
yep.
Hey, Admiral,
Yes, right.
should we not maybe split up where we get all these goods so it doesn't, I don't know, be completely obvious who's building a portal and has two, traders aboard its ship?
That's why I was thinking we don't get any of these goods from here. We need these goods, but I was thinking once we get closer to the Phosphorn Islands.
Well, I was thinking like we buy reasonable amounts at different places.
we could do that.
We could get a lot of it from Phosphorn too. The people there are very friendly to us.
I mean, that's where we could get the wood. The metal is we could. Do you know any good places for after metal?
Do I look like I deal in metal?
No.
My staff is made of a conch shell.
So what I'll say
You want
is,
coral? I got you.
is any amount of material, like basically you're taking large amounts of material here, and whatever number we're kind of saying, we're saying these are a large amounts to fit your large ship.
Could we use coral?
Going through.
To
You want to know
replace
if they
the
can
metal?
use coral?
Because then we could make it like more adaptable with environments.
They pause. I go, and they begin to think on this a little bit. And all right, so yeah. What are some other things you guys want to figure out here while they're thinking on that?
Anybody else need anything while we're at port before we head
A
out?
drink.
We get drinks.
We also probably restock our ships.
We restock our ships.
Let me do the total real quick. Sorry, I have to get them all open. We need 38 grub and grog combined. If I did the math right.
Okay. That's 5 gold each, right?
Yes. 190 gold. I'll remove it from the ship
Now, is
funds.
that just our ship?
No, that's all of them.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
Hercule also goes out to one of the local bars, taverns, and buys a bunch of gold bottles of alcohol.
Nice.
And just random ones, and brings them to Blot. Goes,
Okay.
make up whatever you feel like you want with all these type of different whiskeys and rums and scotches. Yep, we're getting drunk tonight.
Yeah, also I'm gonna buy I'll buy like 10 extra things of grog so the whole crew can like kind of party.
Nice. Very good. Everyone moving.
I mean, there's not many
And we'll go
nights
through
we
it.
get to stay in Port Kylo, so might as well party like pirates, right, Gultig?
Exactly. The crew has been really good. We got to reward them.
Yep, we made our first mission. They've gone so well on these journeys.
Hell, we'll buy another 10 more.
Okay, all right. So let's just do a little bit of some player choice things here, so we can kind of get kind of the anyway. So I think so. What Gotek's contact is talking about is setting you all up for a heist. Ultimately. Alternatively,
they picked the wrong people.
well, alternatively, thinking talking with Galtic. So these would be your options. They are able to get you something in which, either you can do a heist, or they're able to get you something in which you'd have to essentially do a type of kind of dungeon raid in order to unleash it.
How does this group feel more? This would be something her.
They both sound really cool to me.
Yeah, they both sound amazing.
Which one are we
Can I
better
go?
at? They both sound amazing. But are we good at being sneaky and quiet? And
We are a pretty sneaky group.
without leaving a notice, because we are also this very discernible group. I don't
What
know.
are you talking
are a
about?
very-
Doesn't every ship have a?
Well,
I mean, doesn't
don't
every
know.
ship have a bug, a hippo, a plasmoid, and a mermaid?
No, I don't
What are you
think
talking
so.
about? We're not visible at all.
And our
Most
antics
Thrycreen
aren't
don't
deleted.
talk to anyone other than Thrycreen. So I don't
I'm
think I think I might just stand out like a sore thumb.
I think a lot of us stand out like a sore thumb. I mean, how many blots do you see?
2 and Mouse is the second.
How drunk am I when you ask me that question? Because I might see multiple blots.
Probably do. But yeah, I'm down for either one, but I think
Yeah, we
have a
should
better
probably go
chance
for
with a
the
raid.
more yeah, I think
Alright.
the raid we have a better chance of.
Or just tend to be very loud and very noticeable. And if this heist
Kill it
requires
a lot
us to
of
be,
long time.
yeah, that does happen a lot with this group. A lot of people die, and I'd rather those people not have to not die.
We'll do a raid.
All right, so you're looking more on that type of deal. Okay. All right. Okay, so you're looking away from the heist and on something like that. Okay, so more questy. Cool. I think that's kind of where we want to move. In that case, I think the I'm trying to get exactly where we want to kind of go, because I think the gathering of the resources. I would say you want to come up with your plan of resources, and we can start to do like a time clock on how much that'll take. Because you kind of rescued the people, you made your deals, you did the things to make them invisible. You have your architects. So we'll resolve some of that. All right. You're thinking of other materials, and your friend Merfolk. We think possibly Mother of Pearl, or Mother Pearl rather, could be useful.
Perhaps.
Don't we have like daggers and a great sword made of that?
You do.
Sounds like we have 400 pounds worth, though.
Mother Pearl, you're seeking to right? You're seeking to possibly make this bigger, right? To do more eventually?
Yes. Yes.
The Irish Empire, I don't think they've not gone into Mother Pearl. It has a unique signature to this place. Like I said, we're maintainers, though. We're not architects. Though we think we can go ahead and make the structure, and if you give us some Mother Pearl while you get us more, we can probably adapt to it.
You can have these for now. And Urkel's just gonna like reach into Blot and start pulling stuff out of him. Hand him over.
Right. If you find us a mind that could possibly figure some of this out, we might be able to do something much more for you.
We'll look.
right.
All I heard was don't kidnap a mayor, but kidnap someone who could make this. Got it.
Kidnap a smart person. Yep.
All right.
We can't continue to kidnap people. We have like an honorable reputation now. Must get someone to
Kidnap
willingly
people.
do it. We're not really pirates anymore. We've kind of, risen beyond that.
Am I hearing Galtic actually grow?
Well,
All I'm saying is
character
we have a
growth.
reputation to maintain.
It's a trap.
Is it a
You
trap?
see that as he's saying this, his eyes kind of twitching as it's like struggling to be like a decent person.
Yeah. Hey, can
But
you go
do
check the
bugs
door?
have eyelids?
Bugs have eyelids, yes. So. All right. So you're trying to find. Oh, you're just trying to get the things here. So we're trying to do that, and then perfect. So, oops, what is that? Okay. In that case, they'll begin working on that. You get them much. You need to get more mother pearl, which you could get from the Cistern Islands. That you know of. So if we make a list here, I think that's what. Okay, let's do this because that's what I'm trying to do here for your plan.
That's what I have.
All right, so we have mother pearl,
One
We
ton
have-
of wood,
and we have this. Yeah, the wood that you have to source.
but I'm pretty sure we could get that from Boston or close enough down there.
Yeah, I would say Reverock's got a point as you think about how the more one place this comes from, the more the report is. I've heard the rumor that this company is getting a lot of wood, or
Yeah.
like getting a whole lot of supplies. Where if it's multiple sources, those rumors are less frequent. Mother pearl. Wood. And then you've also got the sub.
Yes, which is going to involve its own thing.
Very good. All right. Then, okay. So, kind of making these plans and going this out would be a little bit weird in the time here, but I'll say the Captain JV wants to have another meeting, and she has found out some things after a week or two.
All right, we'll go have a meeting this time. We will more like at least this group.
All right. Welcome,
yeah.
Admiral Hercule, I believe.
Yes, I've heard so little about you. Any winks?
There's a good thing.
I keep my
Anyway.
information to the chest.
Yes, all three of them, Goptik. I appreciate that about you. I would say I have some information. There are a few interests. There's two things I have found. First, there is word that there was a test of a water vehicle for Under the Waves of the Ether. It did not go, I guess, well. ran into some nasty things and was ultimately discarded. I'm not sure what condition it is currently in, but should you so desire, I can easy enough get this to you for the price discussed. Alternatively, in 3 months' time, there is scheduled to be a movement of parts and personnel from Carliane to their port, Majer. This is supposed to contain pieces where manufacture can be made. From what I'm told, they believe part of the issue with the failed test is that it was not constructed here, and thus not tuned correctly, whatever that means. So, they have elected to begin to try to make at least the one here with the architect of it. So do you want a I can get you this, or we can go steal something together?
Crew, what do you think?
Do you have any idea, like, at semblance of an idea, what the tuning means?
I think just that it was made for pure water, and the ether had issues. But no, I believe there was some type of explosion of some kind, and they believe that has to do with it not being made here, possibly.
That would make sense.
What I do know is much of the no Magitech has ever been brought from Carliane to the Ether Expanse, even though it is made from the ether gathered here. And it seems that they are attempting to remedy that. And I hear rumors of airships. It would not be good if they figured that out.
Maybe they shouldn't figure that out. Maybe we should stop that.
Assault on Majer is not in the cards right now.
Well, what do we feel like? Crew, should we steal something? Or should we go after this item? It's long gone.
I feel like we should steal their person who's in charge because they probably know how to make a portal.
It would fit 2 bills. They are smart enough to help create one of these. They would probably be smart enough.
Yes, we would have to go into the heart of Port Majer, and you'd infiltrate and get into the factory, kidnap and steal what you need, and get back to my ship. Other than that, I guess I placed my cards, and she'll wave her hand, and she has brought in from those inside this large, like almost looks like a block of like dull Ethereum. It has no glow to it. This was ether encrusted, and it's this huge thing. Probably about 7 feet long and 4 feet wide, was, I believe, quite useless unless one could melt away the ether incrustation and figure out its issue. This is the sunken device that I was able to smuggle in for you at quite a pretty penny, I might add. But I get this might not be what you need. So I can always find a buyer and upsell it, I suppose. So you can figure out what to do with this. Or we can go try to assault the factory.
I say we try to assault the factory.
So that would be the heist situation.
Yeah. But it involves a smart person, and we need a smart person. So we can kidnap at the same time. It's kind of worth it.
The heist is one where we have to be more sneaky, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I have faith in us.
I'm good with it. I just want to make sure that we know we're switching to the other one.
Yeah. Switching midstream. But that's what it is. Very cool. All right. So in that case, that works. Is there anything else you want to know from her?
This factory, have you ever seen it or been there?
Oh, absolutely not. I don't know that much about it.
Any information on it?
I know that. What I know is that it is was somewhat run down. They are moving it into a, we'll say, less used part of town.
Buster.
So there's less bystanders, easier to spot those who shouldn't be there. And they're hyping up security.
How far from the ship would you be? Like, would it be?
So they have it quite inland. You'd probably be a good 2 miles. You'd have to get it to me.
All right, everybody. You hear that? That means we got to carry somebody for 2 miles and get them to the ship without being caught. Or after we kidnapped them.
And not come in with too much heat.
Yes. So you gotta strike quick, make it happen fast, not be seen, and disappear.
Yes, unless we wish to go another route. If it's up to you. We'd be able to use the docks, or I can go more towards a rocky outcropping and have ropes available. Might be harder to transport the person there, though less likely to be seen.
Okay, side question. Is there a possibility of finding another smart person where we don't have to rely on stealth that we don't really have?
What's that again?
Is there a possibility of finding another smart person where we don't have to rely on stealth that we don't really have?
Potentially.
I love the idea of killing 2 birds with 1 stone. I just don't like the idea of hey, we've got faith in ourselves when we have failed every stealth mission, and all I am thinking about is trying to infiltrate the 9th, and we just murdered everyone. And I died. Twice. Maybe 3 times.
It is a successful stealth mission if no witnesses are left to tell of your exploits.
Yeah, I'm still scarred by what you did in that bunk room, Blot.
No witnesses.
I was kind of thinking that same thing, Blot, but if we do leave no witnesses and they happen to see our faces at all, that's not a good connection. We will definitely be wanted.
Now, I do have a lead on this ether encrusting. If you wish to pursue that, there is a island that I am aware of where there is an ether forge. Though it is overseen by a particular dragon named Pyre, who guards their forge rather jealously. So, I suppose, do you want to raid an ether dragon? Or do you want to make enemies of the most powerful empire we know in the ether seas?
Killing a dragon sounds like it's good for our name.
Dragons.
What'd you say, Blot?
I said GM's hinting that we befriend the dragon.
I mean, I am 100% all for using my animal friendship on a dragon, except it's a beast.
Supposed to say, it would not work on the dragon.
No, I meant befriend
still wanna
as an
befriend it.
actual befriending.
So fun.
Try to.
Come on,
Come
who doesn't
on.
want a pet dragon?
What successful company doesn't have a dragon accountant? Think about it. They're
Oh, it's true.
very-
We'd never lose money, guys.
They're very good at managing resources. They live forever, so you don't have to worry about. They live for almost forever, anyways. So you don't have to worry about them dying and being replaced by somebody who's incompetent.
Right. And they'll be more protective of our money than we will.
Well, first off,
so
do you?
we wouldn't be making risky business decisions,
Right.
And,
It's a sound business decision.
and they're usually stubborn, so they won't shift new inefficient ideas.
Well, if it's stubborn, it's not gonna follow us.
Not if we offered if we offered a steady income where it doesn't have to, like, eat crunchy tinfoil men.
And you
It
know,
might.
they could also have some ships to do the dirty work for them, so
Yeah,
they can
exactly.
so they can focus on what they love to do the most.
Accounting. This is why you don't bring me and Blot into meetings, guys.
Yeah.
I guess we're going to befriend a dragon. That seems
Like,
a little
look, we're
this
trying
crazy.
to form an alliance with the pirate armada, and we do have some resources at our disposal. So if we could just like offer them a way to just ease on into that cut of the business, I'm sure they wouldn't mind.
Plus, seeing as it's an ether dragon, it might not mind ether blood money.
Or that
Yeah.
might enrage it and
Well, that
into
too.
killing all of us.
Not if we told it we liberated it to save the Easter animals.
Did we kill
Yeah,
the
we
people
didn't-
responsible for that?
And we're offering it to him so that it can't be put
Yeah,
on
but that's the people
anywhere
we
else.
stabbed.
See, if we pay it to him though, it can't be put back in the oceans because he would hold on to it all the time. Haha.
Exactly.
So it would not be. Yep. There we go. Dragons. They have a weakness.
Jeez. Okay. So, are you going
Don't
towards?
fucking mention dragons. Don't get us all off on it like we're the ones being evil.
We're going towards the dragons.
And look, we could give them insurance against adventurers robbing their base for no reason.
Dude, could we build the portal to a dragon lair?
That would be awesome.
I was
And
wondering
then we
the same
could
thing
guard it with
eventually.
pirate ships, which would be extra awesome. And
You
who
should
doesn't
totally
want a
build our-
dragon in charge of pirate ships? Like, isn't that epic? Oh, and we could let them claim free salvage on anything that sinks by their lair.
We're making the new eye dock. Let's do it.
How would this not be profitable for a dragon unless they just want to kill everyone, which is understandable but saddening.
But if you're gonna go, I mean, you might as well go via dragon.
Yeah, if you're gonna die, might as well be from a dragon, because how is that not an epic death?
Exactly.
Okay. So,
Like, unless they decide to just anticlimactically flick you and then you just die from that. That would be
Which
a
I
little...
might, because, you know.
But then somebody
No,
would regale
we don't
tales
have any
of how
wizards
dragons
in the
killed
party.
you
They're not
with
going to
a
get
single flick.
one-shotted.
Look, if you guys die, I'm offering to be the dragon's minion.
100% on
fit
board
the-
with that.
I already fit the role of a gelatinous cube. And you know how dragons like... You know how dungeon builders love to have their gelatinous cubes. The Roombas of the dungeon.
all right. So you are beginning
Bye.
to. Your goal here is to. So you're taking her up on the ether encrusted vessel.
Yep.
Okay, very cool. So you, she nods and she marks on the map where you could potentially find this island. So it goes, no, the secret why no one truly knows about it is through these seas. There are unstable air porters. From what I could tell, it is random, and they do not stay open very long. Both getting there to a elemental winds and back is risky. That's the best. So you will have to find and gauge how to do so. And of course, if you are stuck without ether wind, bad place to be.
Galtic. How many air moats do we got?
On our ship or
No,
total?
on all ships.
Two medium on ours, and then two smalls between the False Kraken and the Acrimony.
I think we might need to take them if we go on this adventure. I mean, we're sending those ships back, so they'll be fine. But if we head on into these, looking for these elemental winds and get stuck, we don't know how long we could be stuck for.
Give me a night to sleep, and I'll prepare
No.
gust of wind.
That's right, Rav. There you go. You have the power of the winds.
Right. which depending on your situation, remember that doesn't necessarily give you a long-term boost, but might help you out a little.
Well, we should still take them just in case, and if we don't use them, we can always put them back on the ships once we meet back up.
All right, I moved him over.
Only if our Wells Kraken was a Kraken and not a ship.
All right. Yeah, so you're with your whole crew, so you fully equip your ship. And then we already said you got your supplies, and so you want to go ahead and begin your travels. To the ship.
And then we'll send the Acrimony's Wells Kraken and the other one back. And we'll be
Okay.
taking our man of war
You're sending back your
fleet.
and your workshop people to Phosphere.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'd probably say Gultic maybe give them some money for the Phosphorn Island for the wood, just to incorporate that work.
No problem.
Because at least then if
Could we
they just
figure out
need
a
a
relative
120.
conversion rate for wood? Oh wait, the Phosphor and Iwans takes our fake aether, so we can give.
Yeah.
I'll give him £4. Do you think £4 will be like more than enough, or?
I mean, they're good people to us, so give them whatever. They're letting us build this on their island. So literally, give them whatever they need.
Well, how much? I'm just saying, how much ether should we send our crew with? The other ships with?
I mean, I just want mainly to be a payment. We shouldn't really... You think they need it for anything else?
No, I
Because
just.
they're mainly making one trip.
Just want to make sure that they're well funded for anything they need to buy.
Probably give them gold instead of the ether. I would say. If we were to just make sure they're funded. Because we don't want them carrying the ether. That should be us.
We have only
Well,
7,651 gold left.
Well, you can give them 500 gold, at least. The main ship of them.
All right.
And then whatever you feel like for the ether for the phosphor.
All right.
£4 of ether on top of that.
All right, so Ravarakas, looking at the charts here, you have choices between two routes. From what you can tell, there's the risk of navigating and following the uncharted winds of a much longer route that goes airward. Up to the general idea of where this island is, and it's still uncharted, but then there is another one that seems to be much shorter, though you'd have to navigate through it looks like there would likely be shallows, a lot of narrow straits from various volcanic formations.
Did you
So-
mean to tell me this?
Yes, because you're the wayfinder.
I am?
I believe so, right? Oh, I got that
Oh,
back.
yes, or Wayfinder.
Naja's. Okay. So Naja reports this. I apologize.
Thanks. I was about to say I'm quartermaster. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Okay. So basically, there you have the choice between a six travel leg journey or a 3, and the 3 will be harder to navigate safely.
Should we take the risk, everyone, or should we go with the longer one?
I mean, we could take the risk because we can succeed 3 times.
But you don't have your faith in Admiral Hercule and his new spyglass.
I mean, we've gotten lost before.
True.
Several times.
I didn't have a spyglass then. Probably look at him, he's actually holding it backward for a second. Everything's so far away.
This is why we have a navigator.
This is true. All right. So I think in that case, well, you're gonna have to make at least one navigation check without auto succeeding to go through, because that's actually number. So even if you can auto succeed, what that would still get you down to at least one that you have to succeed on.
If we land on a natural one, do we wind up on Kaya?
Who knows? Let's go. Okay. We'll go with the shorter one, I guess.
Look, if we wind up in a different plane of existence and we find another dragon, we should just pledge to serve them and then be pirates backed by a dragon. Because how awesome would that be?
All right. So navigating. So you're using the navigating to auto succeed 3 of them.
I guess that's what we can do, Galtic.
I mean, we're rank 3 in navigate. Nadia's rank 3, so we could succeed 3 times in a row. Too.
Just tell me what you're doing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of coulds, maybe, sort of.
We'll use
What are you
her
doing?
abilities,
It's just.
and then
All right, cool.
What were you saying, Aiden?
I was just saying that I was gonna let the captain or the admiral decide.
Okay. Very cool. And then, so ultimately, that brings down to a single navigation check here. So go ahead and let's roll.
Guidance!
Cannot guidance navigation checks. I've said this before.
That's a 17.
A 17. Good. All right, then roll me a d20.
Ooh, that rolled off the 1. That's a 19. It was going to be a 1. And then it rolled.
Amazing. So, first off, go ahead and mark off 3 travel legs of supplies and do all your quartermaster.
And I'll do my quartermastery job.
Don't forget to subtract 4 from the base speed of the ship for food costs. And also, every time we start a leg of the journey, we get +1 grog. Which I'm pretty sure this is a new start, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
I just know that my abilities are very passive, so I figured I'd chime in to remind.
Okay. So, as you move through, there's a rocking going through these narrow straits. You see many ships, some encased in a type of stony formation, others in ice and fire. It seems as though the ice itself has orange fire within that is holding and consuming long perished bodies. And there is a crack. And bubbling from beneath the ether turns red. From the air, winds blow unpredictably as you see a large portal to the plane of air open up. The waters become muddy as earth opens, and the waters swirl and rise as it seems that every plane, a portal to each, has opened at once.
I've never seen anything like this.
All right, so initial reactions.
If
Wind!
we survive,
To the wind, I think, right?
if we survive this, no one's gonna believe us.
That we're in like the 4 elements.
Yeah, no one's gonna believe it. It's all good.
Does this make us the 5th element?
Only if you want to jump in that water, and I'm highly not suggesting it, Captain.
Block.
Splatoon.
Good question. I guess I'm gonna roll a check to see how well I make the food.
Lots like, oh yes, very interesting food.
My God.
I'm very disappointed that none of you are doing King of the World on the front of the ship.
No, Gotik's checking on the mentality of the rest of the crew.
I
Okay.
rolled 18
Big-
for fun.
Make sure everyone stays whelmed.
Can we
All
see
right.
through these portals?
You sort of, but it is just storming around. So right here we go now. First, there seems to be. At first, you think it is raining until the rain bits begin to cut through your skin. And you pick up, and there is a shower of glass around the sea, piercing the side of your ship, slicing the face of so much of your crew as they scream and are running for cover as people are yelling, "Ether storm!" So, immediately from the ether storm,
Cowards! Chicks dig scars!
Gotik's helping the crew get in, like, undercover and, like, making sure everyone gets safe.
Amazing. There we go. Okay, so first off, from that, your ship will suffer 3 damage.
All right.
And that is going to be an officer casualty.
So is this just like a magical storm that magically shows up out of nowhere?
This occurs when portals to the elemental planes open and mix with the ether. And in this
So is
particular
gas-
case, 4 portals have opened up. And so what has happened is within the ether expanse itself, it is lined up with all 4 elemental planes all at once. It is possible to track this, but only from, not from a ship itself.
So I'm gonna roll a d10 and just -1. That'll be the officer that gets hurt.
You got it.
That will be the 6. So the
You don't need a
sixth
minus
officer-
1. There's 10 officers.
Is there? Well, then number
Yeah.
6, 7.
7. Our carpenter's down.
Okay.
Bingo. Carol.
Can I heal the Bengals?
Carol.
Xander Gell,
Bengals?
our surgeon can help them.
Okay. Very good. All right. So with this, all your sails are torn to shreds. All right. At the same time,
That's going to be a lot of mending, guys.
at the same time, fires sprout around with a whirling tower of flame as you're doing your best to move about. As your ship will take an additional 5 points of damage.
Can I use control water to put out the flames?
Give me 1 second. You should be able to do this.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna order our carpenter to fix our start. I guess he can't. Can I order the carpenter to start fixing the ship, like to get the hit points back up?
Well, not in a storm, you can't.
Okay.
Yeah, we have to be docked for that.
No, we can fix it at sea with a carpenter.
Not during the storm, though.
Okay, very good. All right, and now, mud moves around your ship. And you're now perfectly stuck within the ether.
Hey, now would be a convenient time to remember we have the helm thing with the teleportation ability.
There you go.
Oh, it does.
Just pointing that out
right.
there, guys.
I'll take.
I figured the character that doesn't speak isn't the only one that knows that, right? Right?
All right.
Yeah.
So the storm swirls around. Because of the water, you're able to put out the fires so it doesn't kill any of your crew as your ship takes all this damage. The sails are ruined and you are mired in mud.
Can we use the blinking wheel to get out of the storm? Out of the storm?
How far does it teleport you?
Let me double check.
I think it's 3 squares.
I also think it's 3 squares.
Yeah.
Well, if we do that and I do gust the wind at the same time, it'd be 5 squares if needed.
Well, you can't gust sails you don't have.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Does the air mode work on the sails too? Or is that
The air mode
Air.
pushes the sails.
okay?
So we might need
Look.
to mend the sails first and then transport ourselves, guys.
We can't mend the sails in the.
We're gonna have to teleport to get out.
Do
of
we
the
not
storm.
have backup sails if this is a common occurrence?
It's not common.
It's not. We rolled really uncommon for this. So yeah, let's teleport first and see if we're still in the storm. At least, I guess
Mm-hmm.
that's 3 squares.
Yeah. Very few people ever see an ether storm. I believe I had if I calculate right, that would be like a 1 in 10,000 chance of rolling it.
Good job, Captain.
Use the teleport. How far does teleport you again? Did you tell me?
3 squares.
3 squares.
I
Yeah.
think you should stop rolling dice.
3 squares will take you out of the ether storm as it finally passes and you assess your damage.
As soon as we get out, I'm gonna get Terrell, who's now not dying, to go and fix the ship.
I can do mending as needed as well to help with the sails.
Cool.
So can Bing Bong.
Okay. The sails are okay. So the sails, you can go ahead. You'd spend gear equal to your ship's base speed.
Okay, so we have to spend 9 gear to fix the sails. So we have
Yep.
11 gear left. We're missing
If
8
we use-
hit points. How much do we want to heal the how much do we want to fix the ship?
If we use mending, will that bring down how much gear we need to use?
Unfortunately, no, because of just it's so much damage.
Do we want to use so we have 11 out of 20 gear left. Do we want to use all of it to repair the ship or do we want to save some?
Oh, that's such a tough call. How much does it repair? How much is it point per health?
1 gear per health. We are 20 out of 28 health.
I might want to. Ooh, that's such a tough call.
Okay, second question. Is there any way we could take like people's excess common clothes, because everyone usually has one extra outfit, and start on the side making extra sales just in case on the way out this happens?
Sales essentially are bought. You can't necessarily. You don't have the materials to make the sales. Just don't. Not present.
I think we should hold our sales and just carry on with the health we have, and in case. I mean, hopefully we don't ever hit another storm like that. Hopefully that's something that we talked
Yeah.
about.
Keep in mind, a ship this big, like the idea of having extra sails on a man, like it's crazy.
Yeah,
Like you don't. There's just not room for them.
that would be like all the storage we had.
Yeah. So like in some storms, people like in our world, a lot of times mass are withdrawn in storms, so shares don't get shred. But this is so sudden, you weren't able to do so, as the nature are of the Ether Sea. So
I say we use 2 of our gear to get just 2 hit points back for our ship and then save the other 9 in case it happens again.
Okay, that sounds good.
all right. So you repaired your sails, and then you gave some HP back to your ship.
Yep.
Okay. These repairs do take time, so that's going to penalize you 2 travel legs worth of supplies.
And this is why we stocked up before we left.
Yep.
Yeah. Imagine if you had to roll like that 2 more times
Yeah,
without navigator ranks.
that would be scary.
All right. So as you get your repairs and you begin to set float and sail towards the chart, a archipelago of islands and rocky outcroppings littered with tiny crystals begins to show itself. In the center of this, you see a massive volcano island, and spewing from it isn't the red fire that you're used to, but instead the purple and blue of ether. Upon it, there is rough structures, large openings. And you see the flags of two ships coming towards you. They have draconic head insignias woven in blue and white. And you notice as you come into this area that the ether winds are somewhat slow, but they are moving quite fast. And you can realize they're not sails, but large purple-blue dragons holding on to the masts, using their wings themselves to catch the winds and making huge gusts in order to create their own propulsion.
Can we please adopt them?
And we will take our break right there. All right. Coming back. All right, so how we doing?
Good.
Okay. We're back. So, let's come to... All right, so quickly now. Ships begin to approach. Carried on by Dragon Wing. They begin pulling closer. What would you like to do?
How big are the ships?
Each of these are roughly the size of a sloop.
How big are the dragons?
From where you can tell, these are roughly large to huge.
Okay. As long as they're not like, big dragons, we're good. So should we? I mean, obviously halt so they can see what we're doing.
How far away are they?
I would say they're about 10 squares.
We do have a spyglass now. We bought that.
We do. Yes.
Can we see
You want me to look?
what's going on? Yeah.
Okay. I will. Which ship do I want to look at?
We should adopt them into our pirate mafia.
Just scan them. Just check it, like how
Okay.
manned they are. What
I will
the
take
people in
us-
there. If it looks like a trader ship, a pirate ship, what kind of ships they are.
Yeah, I'll make a perception check, checking out each of the ships.
Why would a trader
Just
ship
looking
approach
for-
a pirate
just look-
warship?
Trying to get the good idea of what kind of ships these are. If they're like more of a armada, like, or sentries, or traders, or
Make a perception check with your spyglass.
so that's a 24.
Okay. Very good. So, looking out here, you see the massive dragons here moving whole ships with their strength and wind. Below, you see a variety of essentially much younger dragons, wormlings, moving around, grabbing with their teeth, making some of the ships move. Among them are humanoid dragon kind that are handing each other various instruments and attempting to get closer. Looking at the ship's armaments, for the ships, they seem to be with large, kind of standardized cannons, as much as you can tell as the two approach. What other things they might be able to do, you're not entirely sure.
Well, the crew looks like they're made of a bunch of young dragons and dragon-like people.
Can you can we ascertain anything about the flag? Like what kind of flag they have?
I mean, the flag seems to be the flag of their island. Like, they both have the same flag. It's this dragon flag.
Okay. Well, if we go with a peaceful approach, maybe they won't kill us.
I think that's our best option.
I could technically fly the Echo over there to see if they will, if they're just gonna stab us.
They might take that as an act of war, though.
They might.
No offense, Admiral and Captain, but their ships are way cooler than ours.
Their ships are like a third the size of ours, maybe less.
They have dragons!
Well, that's not the ship that makes it cool. That's the people on the ship. It's not our fault that
Whatever.
everyone.
Quick, somebody make them an offer they can't possibly refuse.
Alright, well, Herc will yell out to the crew, "Batten up! We're about to go into this peacefully. Arm weapons, so just in case things go south." And I think we'll put up a white flag, kind of trying to mean that we're
We
not.
should have our
attacked.
trading company flag up, and then right under it a white flag.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, you put a white flag up.
Yeah, we put our trading company flag up and then a white flag underneath.
Like just below it, so there's both pink like flying, so they can see that we're clearly like a trading company, and see that we mean no harm.
Okay. In that case, they were come in board of the ship. Put the thing, and you see a mixture of these dragons and dragonborn come aboard from both ships, and the two dragons on the mast perch on the crow's nests and leer down as a well-dressed dragonborn looks more in Aether Sea garb approaches, flanked by two guards. Breathes.
What color Dragonborn? Just curious.
He actually has purple and blue scales like Ether. Not
In
bad.
other words, he's hot.
And who do I address? Who is the captain of the ship?
That'd be me, Admiral Herkel, at your service. The Crafty Kraken Trading Company.
Very good. I am Admiral Crenton.
Nice to meet
What
you.
brings you to our archipelago?
Travel information. I guess we seek a meeting with the person that runs this place. We heard there's a powerful dragon himself that controls these islands. This island. We hope he seek the information he might know of what we are looking for.
You seek Master Pyre.
Yes.
I see.
But at the same time, we don't just come with nothing in hand. We come with willing to come with a deal to make you part of our trading routes if you're so intrigued in fire crystals or anything like that.
And how did you come upon our shores?
We crossed through a storm by luck, mainly. We heard stories of this place. Only vast stories across the Ethereal Sea. But
That is not good. We wish to remain left alone.
well, your place is not totally unknown. That it did not just take us easy trip to get here. We encountered what some people call one of those Yethro storms. It was something of amazement and ferocity.
Guys, I think we should leave the dragons to their self-imposed isolationism. They clearly want to be left alone.
But he's a hot boy.
Then you have to convince him.
No, I'm just gonna stare and drool at him.
Fair enough. That's valid.
If you're able to get us a meeting, we could help make it worth it for you. I don't know what type of goods or trade comes through these parts, but Galtic, would you like to show them?
Show Kuroko's gonna use his mind. Show him the fire crystals.
No. We have to judge to see how they feel about the other.
Oh, the Aether, Ethereum.
Yes.
He's gonna show them a small little bag of it.
Eyebrows perk. And how much Ethereum would you be parting with?
How quickly could we get a meeting for us?
I represent the Dragon Islands. And therefore, I would say Master Pyre would be interested in an exchange if Ethereum was vast enough.
So
So
gonna hear in his mind maybe 5 pounds.
How does 4.5 pounds sound?
smiles. That is not that unusual. That is able to be found if you have great quantities. As far as Ethereum, we would be very interested. If you wish to make a trade here, we would possibly do so. If you wish to talk to the Master Smith himself, this would be material for him to work with. I would say anywhere from 20 to 30 pounds.
We only have 30 pounds left. Her.
I heard you. We made it all the way here. Purple's gonna turn to Cultic. What do you think? This isn't just about me.
I mean, if they'll take the 20, I'll give them 20. If it's a necessity, it's a necessity. We'll just have to go find more after this.
Donate all of our material possessions.
Purple's gonna And then reach over to Gulfik and pull 20 pounds all together. What we seek is just information.
And with that, they will begin leading you into a dock. And grab the 20 pounds. And if you off-board, go bring... if you show him what to work on, he'll order men to bring it with you. If that's what you want.
Yep.
And you're able to enter in. As you go, you travel about a mile into the heart of this place. And it is heated ether that seems to be made into this more viscous substance than pure water. You see signs of enchantments and kind of ether tech that is beyond what is known to make this forge. And you see various almost Ethereum weapons that shine.
How's their architecture look?
Yeah. Around here, much of it is dug out. That which actually has a design, it seems to just be of claw and constellations. Upon the ceiling, you see bits of Ethereum affixed to represent the entire night sky. And what you think maybe the night sky would look like if you could stare right through this cave and cavern yourself. And you see one of them, actually the one leading you, he has cast this, is radiating this magical force that seems to push this ether gas away. But you're quite sure this poison could kill you. Finally, you make it in there. You see a pool of ether, and on a steel table is set the 20 pounds of crystal, and the pool bubbles. And rising out is a head almost the size of your ship. As for my D&D players, a clearly ancient Ethereum dragon comes up.
Oracle bows.
Nope. Brad is like bowing, yes.
Go take. Well, I'm guessing we're all bowing at this point.
Plot turns into a puddle.
And it looks... That is quite a fine payment. Very good, Admiral. Oh, good to bring this. I imagine there is a service requested for such a thing.
More like a conversation, if I must. Your greatness.
Yes.
Master Pyre, is that what you'd like to be called?
Lord Pyre would do fine.
Lord Pyre, my name is just a lone hippo named Hercule. Me and my crew of Gultic, Rab, Blot come from the Ether Sea. We are known as the Grafted Trading Company, Kraken Company there. We come not only hoping to garner information, but seeing the magnificence you and your people have done for yourselves. We possibly hope in involving opening up a trade. We know that your admiral was talking about secrecy about when we came here. We would be ones to possibly dissuade others from knowing this location if we were to possibly open a trade. Spread rumors of a different location for your people, so that if they were ever to go looking, they would not come this way, they would go a different way.
Provide them with armed forces to deter anyone foolish enough to travel through the...
But to be honest, I will not lie, from such a great beast, a dragon, great mythical monster, godly power, I'm looking to start something on the Ethereal Sea that will cause repercussions across it. My company is not just becoming a small company at now, but I'm looking to invent an armada underwater with the help of my friend Rav. She's really good with the creatures underwater. I heard rumors that you might know of such ways to help, and Hercule is going to kind of just place designs on the table next to the bag.
I see. Looks. I see. You wish my knowledge of Ethereum in this matter.
Yes, but if you're willing to help us, there could be something again for you. You see, we've traveled across the seas. We've been to other parts of them. We've even encountered these people from the Wave Crown that they were able to make portals that go from different planes or even small transports. We have designers with us, not with us, but in our party that are working with us to create them. If interested, we could possibly make a deal where one of your smartest people could come back and learn from them and help them. In gaining so they could gain the knowledge to bring back to you, where you could then learn to create a portal anywhere you'd want. Easier access for you if you did want to leave.
An escape from this place, should we desire.
However you desire you'd want, that would be your knowledge. But I only feel that it is fair to offer knowledge in return.
I think with everything you're giving, go ahead and make a persuasion with advantage.
Am I the only one thinking that we're giving the dragons U-boats too?
I'm also going to use one of my D8s on this. So right now we're at 17 plus a 7 will be 24.
Okay. And how do you plan on keeping this from Ulyssian and Carliane? Carliane would harvest us. Ulyssians would see our presence blotted out for dragons aren't considered good for trade. So, you would make an alliance.
We've already created an alliance with this. I don't know if you know of the Cistern, the local merfolk, and of the lands and the seas,
Somebody should bring up that they were also being harvested, and we stopped
which
that.
were also being attacked and used for their own bodies and materials to create material. So we've seen the injustice brought, and we struck down when we saw it and returned what was taken from them. If there's injustice brought to you that you need struck down, there's no other group better than us. If we want to return eventually, we can help. We are looking to strike the Carleen from this seas. It will take time, but if done right, I think we can push them and make them realize that the seas aren't theirs.
Hmm. And so your plan is to simply talk your way out of conflict with the Carlianes.
No, they'll feel our conflict. They'll feel, if they show us force, they will feel their force. We've made other friends on the seas. We have a certain, Purple's gonna chuckle, dread pirate coming up in the world named Charleston. His stories will haunt the seas.
Hmm.
If the Carleen attack, trust me.
Admiral, don't forget
Yes.
about the ether animals.
And the ether animals that my friend Rav is starting an army of. She's already helped some of our people with her friendships.
I see. So, when and as you form these things, I foresee the problem. Why would they bow their knee if you will refuse to bring force of your own into this equation?
We will bring a force, but that force cannot be brought until it's built enough. And you can't build a strong enough force with eyes watching. What I have planned is we are building an operation under the water where eyes will not see. I'm not planning to make the submarine a multiple ship submarine. You see, I have any points to Galtic. This man right here is my trusted, most allied person, and he knows battle like none other. But the water is his enemy. If I could help make something that could help him and my friend Rav be able to make an armada under the sea.
The water's not my enemy, Admiral.
Exactly.
Hmm.
So you're fine, but if between the combined strength of those two, they could form an armada under the sea. The strikes, if you were to join and back us, we could wipe down the Carline Empire. But I will not attack unless I have a backing strong enough to follow. That would be a fool's risk. Why do you think you even chose to hide from both empires? Because
Yeah.
it was a fool's.
Looked at plans. He goes, and these plans you found from which empire?
I I took some plans, but mainly I created these with drawings being locked away
Yeah.
for a week.
But you found some of it.
Yeah.
from-
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's going to show, he's like, these ones, though, I found from the Carlian.
Carly, I am not in a mood to hinder the advantage of my people. However, if the Carlian are amassing this, it will only be a matter of time. But the question remains, Admiral Herkel. Is this the opportunity we should support?
Do you see a better one in front of you? Better one came to your door.
Anyone want to bring up the tiers, which give us a major advantage because of our alliance with the sister?
Well, I brought up the cistern already, so.
No. Well,
Ruby Road.
in that case,
Ruby. Back.
I think you need to prove your worth.
Go.
And I think you should give us a mission to prove it.
Then something that will benefit. And he kind of extends here, and you realize that he has no wings. Some of us are more adapted to this ether than others. In our bay, I can release one of our young in training against your ship. Should you prove that you have the force to cause them to retreat, then I will help you. This alliance can begin, at least this initial phase. Then you must show you trust and show, I would say, if more begin making their way here, that will be a sign you cannot fulfill your end of the bargain.
We will make sure your location stays far away from here as it is. They will travel to places that they wish they never have. And for your challenge, we greet it head on.
I would humbly request, though, that you allow us to dock real quick and make some slight repairs from the storm.
Request denied. Battle does not come to the prepared. It comes when it comes.
They have a point.
But know this. You will leave these things here. Should you move your ship in retreat, they will not follow.
Deal.
Should they begin to dive, you will not follow.
They back off. We will let them. We will not look for the finishing kill. For that's not what this is. This is a show. This is a test
Yes.
to gain
And
trust.
I will say, you have approached respectfully. Therefore, your retreat will be allowed, and you will
humbled
leave
us
this place.
with your audience.
you return, it will not go well for you. So,
I hope the next time we see each other is greeting each other in an alliance.
it pauses and you'll go. I, in fact, hope you are strong enough to be allies.
Harkle nods. Thinks to himself, I hope so too. Alright, I'll take Blot, Rav. Let's go show the dragon what we're made of.
All right, then you begin to leave. All right, you're escorted out. Any preparations that begin that you'd like to do that you can think of?
Yeah, as we're walking back, I think I'm gonna relay to our carpenter to quickly fix the ship as much as he can.
Amazing.
Through the telepathy.
Harkle's looking at all of them and going, well, the alliance hangs on this. We have this, but it's gonna be tough.
I also am gonna send the amount of ammo type we have real quick in the chat, just so we know everyone is aware of it. I'm just gonna send the updated ship sheet real quick in the Discord, so everyone
Okay.
need to.
Okay. All right. I forget, is your ship a galleon or man of war?
Man of war. We do have 4 Ethereum shells.
That's true. And so your AC is 11.
Our AC is 15
Our AC's 15.
because of our stuff we have on the ship.
Again, okay.
I think, right?
Yeah, our AC's 15.
I think it's a little different based on some other thing because your
For attacking us,
for
like,
creatures is a little
Yeah.
different.
Creatures, they have to do above a certain amount of damage. It's like the first, I think, 15 points of damage don't
No, so the way creature damage simply works is it's divided by 10 against a ship.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, that's for us for player damage. We have to do so much damage before we can hurt a ship.
Well, medium or
Yeah,
smaller
it was
creatures
just your
simply
creatures-
can't damage.
Oh, okay.
It says, yeah, a creature's attacking ships. Attacks that 25 points of damage do not affect the gargantuan ships.
Oh, okay. Because it's gargantuan ship. That's why you're perfect. I don't think that's rounded down then. I feel like we're just going to divide by 10 because I think that makes more sense to me. Because no creature I throw at you.
To make an actual battle, that works. Yeah. Unless we just want to be real pirates and fight this dragon on our dinghy.
Let's do it.
You can run on water, right, Blot?
Yes.
Galta could just be you and me on the boat. Raph can swim.
Black can swim too. Also,
show the
you can
dragon real
technically
force.
swim, Hercule.
I know. We could show the dragon real force.
It would be easier than ship combat, and
I would say within this conversation, the general idea was ship combat's what the dragon wanted,
Yeah.
because that is the type of combat you will be doing.
Right.
He's no fun.
guess I'm
because-
saying this one
Respects
out.
the dragon's wishes.
Listen, you're playing an nautical campaign. That's how it wants to go. Okay, cool. So just kind of getting all this up here. Let's have some fun. Like that. Very good. Okay. Perfect. Okay, and then yeah, so this would be the similar thing where there'd be ship action. So basically one person can use kind of their regular abilities per round for the most part. As long as it's within range. It just depends how that sort of works. So
I'm gonna take the helm for this battle.
Okay. Who wants to control shooting all the guns? That's like 14 of them on each side.
Do we have a person with a gunnery skill? The gunnery thingy bubber?
Yeah, Acorn's a Master Gunner 3.
okay.
Probably them,
So-
right?
Yeah, but I'm saying who wants to roll for them, like the damage and stuff. Plot or Raph?
I mean, I guess I could if Rav was doing all the spells and stuff.
Yeah, I would say I'm the one that's probably got the biggest distance because I can do those spells. So we might want to keep me able to do
Yeah.
spells.
So yeah, Plot, if you want to control like all the guns. And we
Okay.
also have 4 of the Ethereum shells that shoot out of the Wrath Cannon. And if it gets close enough to us in front of us, we have a flamethrower and a coil gun.
Alright.
We have the coil guns on the back and front.
Should we tell our crew to move the Wrath Cannon to like one of the side slots
I was wondering that
so
too.
it's easier to fire? I think we should, because we don't want to back to them.
What side would you wear, like it on blot if you're going to be dealing with cannons? Do you prefer the right or left? Starboard or port?
Right is always the right choice.
Is that starboard?
Alright, place one.
Or is that port?
Look, I don't know these nautical terms, so
Just the blog. Right.
Alright. What I'm gonna that's on the right and make and put in the back and put the Wrath.
my knowledge of nautical terms is drowning. That's it. Oh no, Black drowned at the end.
I know poop deck.
Okay. Very cool.
Oh,
All right.
Slob, poop deck.
So continuing. Here we go. As you make your place on the ship, actually, let's see. Just in case, depending where this goes, everyone roll initiative, so that we just have it. It matters.
Quick question. I
Yeah.
know he said ship battle, but Rap has the habit of jumping off said ship and battling. Does that still count as ship battle?
No, we are going to explicitly warn you not to do that.
God damn it.
If you take
Everyone
Fine.
must
does
stay
it
on the
count?
ship.
If they're on my
Quick,
dinghy, does
cast
it count?
call lightning during the fight, the gunfight.
Oh, 100%. That was going to be the first move I did.
It just
Okay.
really seems like they want us
Plot,
to
what's your
focus on the ship.
initiative?
Oh, let me roll that real quick. Am I rolling the ship's initiative or my initiative? Six specifically.
Yours.
All right. 9.
Okay, cool.
I rolled
one
a
that ain't
6
good.
plot.
We rolled some low initiatives.
We didn't have inspiration, did we?
Too late
don't know.
now.
But you wrote it. All right. So after a bit, you see the seas churn, and you see a bulge of ether rise in the distance, away, about the size of your ship. Its scales of ether. It seems to mentally propel itself through, not needing to swish its tail. By pure will, it seems to navigate. And that is your ether dragon.
Pretty.
I really don't want to hurt him. He's so cute.
All right. So first things first is movement.
Galtic, you're moving.
We'll
Ship.
turn our right side toward the Ethereum cannon is facing towards it.
Okay. Very good. In response, they are going to go ahead and they have perfect mobility. So they're going to go ahead and move 8 squares towards the front of the ship at an angle if it can. Okay, I think this will give us a better idea of what we're actually looking at here. All right. Okay, now it is the attack phase. So not all your cannons are going to be able to hit here. You have like you have the stuff on your cannons. Tell me what you're able to do.
So, how many on the right side could hit?
I'm gonna guess around 6. Is there?
6. Because we have.
Yeah, because we've got, what,
I'm guessing just like
12
the-
ports?
We have 12 ports.
6, 7, 8.
Front half will be able to. Blot, when you roll
Can
them,
we-
it's 1, 2. It's 4D and 2D12s with the Wrath Cannon there.
40,
And I'm not
2d4.
Yeah, and I think it's at long range right now.
So if it's
All right,
long
then
range-
you can. Then we can shoot every. So it's 1d12, 1d10, and that's it.
How far is full range?
the 2 attacks
Like,
you can roll.
Yeah.
Matt,
How far is full range? Yeah, I'm looking. I'm double checking here.
thank you.
I rolled an 11 and then 1, I think. Oh, whoops! I did not mean to roll that. I rolled an 11 on the D12 and a 1 on the D10.
Okay. So how many above 6s did you get?
1, but oh, can we use the gunnery skill, dude, to re-roll one of the misses?
You can, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna re-roll that D10, I guess.
Excuse me. Okay.
Oh,
So short
no.
range.
So short range.
Short
can
range
use-
is 3 squares. Standard range is 7, and long range is 10.
All right, it's just the D12 that hit the.
And I'm not allowed to
Okay.
cast a spell this turn, correct?
Well, wait. We'll get to that. So this
Okay.
goes in the phases. So the D12, you go ahead and roll that D12 again, since it hit.
All right.
That's the wrath cannon. I don't know if that. I don't know. Special.
I rolled 12.
Ooh. Crikey. Okay, so you hit with that. And
That's the Hellbuster Ethereum Shell. On a hit, the target ship takes an extra point of damage, and 1d4 unranked crew are instantly killed. So I don't know how you'd want to play that
Okay.
with Dragon.
so it'd be so you rolled a 12, that would be 13. So that deals 130 damage to this thing.
Wrathbuster. We only have
Nice
3 of those
shot,
now.
Plot.
Just so you guys
Good
know.
shot,
that
man.
We only have 3 more of those also.
All right. In that case, in response, it opens up its mouth and fires a beam straight at the ship. That hits the hull for 5 damage. Of pure Ethereum energy. And that is going to be 1 crew casualty and 2 officer casualties.
Okay. Roll a 2d10. First one is going to be Hercule. Second one is going to be 9.
Bing bong.
Bing Bong and Hercule.
All right, Hercule, you go down half your HP.
How much is that, Hercule?
So 120 would be 60.
We'll have the surgeon. We'll have the surgeon bring Bing bong back up with their 1 point.
Okay.
Unless Hercule, you want it.
No, I'm good. Hercule takes it.
Actually, I think we should do you because if you get hit again, you're dead.
I think it's more generous for player characters.
All right, and then It teleports to the front of your ship. And strikes for an additional point of damage to the ship. What's your ship at right now?
Oops. 22.
Okay. And that's 2 more casualties.
Regular
Oh, 3
officers? Just regulars?
Yeah. All right, then it is actions.
You want me to call lightning, guys?
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it at the highest level. I'm going to call lightning, so this is gonna be centered on him. And he needs to make a dexterity saving throw. My DC is 17.
Okay. That is 26.
Cool. I am going to use my spell though, so it's max damage. So since I did it at 5th level, so instead of 3d10 lightning, it's going to be 5d10 lightning. And so that's going to be 50, half to 25.
Okay. Very good.
And I'm going to concentrate my ass off on this, guys.
All right. Your ship is gargantuan?
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect.
So can Hercule run up and take a couple shots?
No, so one person can do something.
Okay, gotcha.
But what should happen is next time they should be able to do something because I'm just concentrating, correct? But it'll still do damage.
They call lightning. You have to use an economy every turn.
Okay.
So it's an either or. So we have to work together and figure out who's doing what.
I think you guys firing the cannons and keeping them going. If I lose concentration, then someone else can step up. But I can consistently do 25 to 50 damage for the next 4 rounds,
All right.
as long as I maintain it.
Oh, doesn't that also push the dragon back one space?
Oh, you're right. It does. Boom.
Okay. All right. We're back at the next movement or retreat,
Thank you,
however
Bob.
you want to do it. And you find that from this blast of its breath, it has locked the ship in place. It cannot maneuver or move. So
We can shoot a coil
What do you
gun and a
want
flamethrower at it. So
That's
a
what you have
D10 and a
forward facing?
D12. Yeah.
all right.
We can also.
I'm so
our
glad we
flamethrower can
moved those
also
to the
use
front.
burn because it has a fire moat.
All right.
We
Oh,
wanna
what
do
am I
that,
rolling?
D10 and D12.
All right. I'm gonna use the gunner to reroll both of those.
You
mine's
can
a
re-roll
nut
up to 3 times.
Yeah, I know. Hey, so I rolled a 7 and a 10.
Nice.
I think
Then roll
they both
should
hit.
both hit. Then re-roll that for
Alright.
damage.
Wish me luck, guys. And were we using the fire moat, or how does that work?
You got this, buddy.
We'll just use the flamethrower. It'll just be a D10 and a D12. Unless we want to use the
Alright.
fire moat, which will then cast burning hands.
That'd be fun. Unless this kills the dragon, in which case let's not. I rolled 22.
You rolled a 12 and a 10?
Yes. I rolled 22.
That's
Yeah.
220 damage.
Yeah, that's our boy Blot.
If the dragon's still up, let's use the fire moat. Because they can take it.
Let's see first what they're doing. We shouldn't we fired our 2 guns. They both hit. That's what we did. I don't think we can now
Yeah.
fire the fire moat.
They're going to go ahead because all this happens at once. So ship combat's like they don't change what they do; it just boom, it happens. And it does not get its breath back, but it will do these. So, let me do this. My bad. A little confused here. 1, 2, 3. Man, it only hits once. And that will be 2 more damage. For 3 casualties. And now it can be any type of action if that's what you want to do.
Cleric, please. Can we have the cleric do the maximum damage lightning strike again?
I agree.
Yeah,
So
that's
that's
the plan.
50
We
if
don't need-
he...
Yeah.
Deck
That's a failed
17.
save.
50 lightning, it gets pushed back another 5. Or 10, I'm sorry, so 1 spare.
All right, screams. And then at the end, it will retreat during the retreat phase.
Woo! Good call, guys. You're right. I messed up, Blot. I can only do it twice. You were right, Blot. Thank you for reminding me. I was looking at the wrong thing.
Yeah, because you have 2 uses of Channel Divinity.
I was looking at
Nemesis.
where, like, my reaction for Wrath of Storm instead of looking at my Destructive Wrath.
Gotcha. But also, that's great if you get attacked in melee, you know. Just
Right,
zap it.
exactly. Doesn't have to be me. It can attack one of my allies and I can do it to it too. Cool, we won!
And we showcased our Wrath Cannon.
Very good. All right. And so it retreats as the
Kinda
other
wanted
ships
to
fire
heal it.
cannons and cheer.
I will call lightning drop.
Yeah.
I have no intention of killing anything.
Oh, does your call lightning look like a mini ether storm?
Yes.
Oh, that's
Totally
awesome.
should now.
Yeah.
Now that I've seen it, yeah, it does.
Sure approach as the captain you met, Kinlan says, very good. Because we reward you. Our master will begin looking at these plans of yours.
Would you like me to heal the cutie pie that I just hurt?
Next to you, whistles and bangs, and the thing resurfaces, heavily injured.
I'm gonna jump
to
into
the
water,
side.
and I'm gonna go right up in there, and I'm gonna cast. What do I got? What do I got? Do I have a heal? No, I don't have a heal. I'll give him a 4th level cure wounds.
Do you want Blot to use all 9 of the key to use hands
No,
of healing
I'll give
on
him
this?
18 health back.
Just say the
I'll
word.
give him a little
just
smoochy. Give him
say
a little
the word,
scrunchy
Raph, and
scrunchy
I'll
on his
help
head.
too. Raph, do you want me to help heal them too? I got you.
You know, we're
covered.
gonna be here a while, right? How long are we
Alright,
being here?
Oh, you're not sure. So I think the message that they are giving you here is that they will begin working on this thing. Even for a dragon, it's not like they're going to suddenly magically create it.
Right.
There is work to be done, but you do have someone who's going to, because you're not just having them like undo the calcification, you're having them actually try to build a prototype for you.
Okay. Yeah.
Goldtick's gonna look at the captain. Goldtick's gonna go up to the captain that's now on. If you don't mind, could we dock to get more supplies?
Kind of pauses for a moment. And we'll, you see, kind of holds up a stone to their head and they glow. Reports back. We are willing to trade here. We do not need offboarding in our island just yet.
Do you have
It
You
is
could
not,
bring us some.
Sorry, we all talked at once. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, could you bring us some grub and some gear to fix our ship, please? We'd be happy to pay.
Because you did that, and with the healing, they'll give you the standard rate. So you can go ahead and mark that. They will bring that out to you.
Oh, I'm back.
FYI, you're gonna have to drag me out of the water because I am 100% swimming with a dragon right now.
I'm back. I went all out. I gave that dragon 52 healing.
Cultic, I don't think we bring these two around dragons anymore. Also, Kirk was going to turn to the Admiral and go, did he say if he could send somebody back with us to take a look at the object I was talking about on our side? Somebody that do you know somebody even that's really smart?
Consider this. So they'll give you time to repair your ship, and they say they're going to bring someone out to you the next day.
Perfect. Rav, you have 1 day with the dragon. YouTube lot.
Woo!
The cleric did 18, right?
Yep.
Okay, guys, we did a total of 70 healing for the dragon. Yay!
So we're 5 short of what I damaged him by myself alone. I probably should have healed Bing Bong before I jumped off the ship, but you know, whatever.
Look, Bing Bong has heal spells too.
It's okay. Our casualties go away after combat as long as no one dies.
Yeah.
Because it heals everyone.
Well, Gultic, did you think that we'd come here and be leaving here, possibly with now the Alliance to Dragons included?
No, not at all, honestly.
I
I did not expect it to go this well.
Making friends, maybe it really is the way to go.
I know, I'm starting to learn that maybe being violent is not the way.
It doesn't really get you far, does
Even
it?
though... Well, no,
I mean-
that's just technically being violent is what got us this friendship.
Well, because he told us to be violent. But talking is what got us
I'm
this
just
friendship.
saying, our necessity to weaponize our ship really helped.
Yes, the fact that you wanted to purchase a bigger ship was a good idea.
Goldtick gives a hat, and he's like, Yes.
So
I
when
love
do we
this
buy a
ship.
mechanical beholder?
Mechanical beholder.
It's in the vehicle section of D&D Beyond.
Yeah, there's one of those in water.
Oh no! Imagine if we made like a carrier and then we just filled it with mechanical beholders, and then like once they got in range, they just like opened up the sides and these all flew out. That would be amazing. When do we bribe the GM to think about it?
Okay, so
The GM's like, I'm glad they're not an artificer in universe.
that is hilarious. Okay. Perfect. All right. So, do this, and at the next day, ship comes by. You do have your supplies and a you're introduced to this rather plainclothed individual, very, very skinny. For a dragonborn, like kind of a slight physique, has like these
Lot will
spectacles
fatten him up.
of a pince nez on, and quite a few books and scrolls, all in different bags that they can hardly carry as they come on up, and they're like, oh, "Hello, I guess I am here to help and to format the friendship between our peoples. I am
You're the smart one.
yes, I am Archimeda Bello Canalia.
Out of character, can we adopt them?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to call you Ark.
Gonna go up and
Ark. Sounds great. I think we'll totally do that.
Well,
it is
they're
a
gonna-
mouthful, and I am
help.
told that you don't like a lot of things in your mouths as non-dragon folk.
he's gonna
Plot, we need to fatten him up.
talk anyways, and then offers to carry some of his scrolls because he seems very over.
Okay. Yeah, he'll let you have some. Oh, thank you. Yes. You said there were some portals that you and some other things you need some eyes on.
Yes. We actually met some travelers on the Ether Sea that had these portals that they were creating from their realm to the ethereal realm. And we got some of the men that know how to do it and work on them. And we're in now the journey of creating our own. And we figure they told us they needed someone that was smart in the magic ways, I believe, or more knowledgeable than us. So, and we figured, why not? You seem like good people. We're good people. Why not share the ideas?
Okay. Agrees there. That's yes, of course. This has many implications. I will help believe for interplanar. We will see how the alliance goes. My instructions are to help you with this initial project.
We need to build an armada just to protect this man.
Welcome aboard the Crafty Kraken.
Hey, thank you. And I should, let's see here, and kind of goes around, fiddles around, and takes a mirror. Goes, I'm obviously prefer to wear this form, but when we go into port, I want to show you. It kind of looks, and you see the shimmer happen as they move to a very pale skinned individual, still with these deep purple eyes and a red hair. Goes, this is disguise form.
It makes sense.
Very good.
I am told no one's really seen Asia or Ether Dragonborn outside of our islands.
I
That's
didn't
a
know
secret
you
we
guys
want out there.
existed. So-
Yes, and we need to keep it that way, or I would be in a lot of trouble. That I am. Please don't get me in trouble.
Well, if you have a big stake in this, maybe you could help us actually. And Hercule's gonna like bring him into the cabin and pull out the map as he's dragging him along. You could help us pick out the perfect location where we could tell everyone where you guys aren't at, but are at. Yes, trickery.
Wouldn't it be better to just make sure nobody thinks of them in the first place?
But there already no secrets of them, so if they are, might as well
True,
start
misinformation is very valuable. But then people would know. I guess this should be a certain Doom location.
Exactly.
Yes. It should be a place where we can create a legend off it, so people will be being skeptical of the truth of whether it's not.
Yes. In Galtic, you could probably tell your smuggler that this is the place where we found him, not the place that she suggests. Or at least just pass that along for her to tell it to people.
Maybe we'll circle a place on the Ether map. He goes, we do know if here, where it is, there's a good chance a ship could be pulled, I guess, portaled directly into the mill.
That would be nice, yes. Because then
That
they
would-
would think it's a
yeah,
portal
that's-
to here.
And
then
everyone
they would
thinks
never
portals
come
is
back.
the treasure.
It's a
See?
phenomenon, and indeed. And then they're simply think maybe we're just in the Maelstrom, and they're explore the Maelstrom like idiots and die.
Exactly. You were so. Why did we not get introduced? Oh my. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Pick whatever room you want.
Well, thank you. Very
I actually
good.
have your quarters already set up if you follow me.
Very good. We're quite.
We'll just lead him
And he will.
all his
He'll
books
come.
and scrolls nicely on like shelves.
Yeah, it's very excited.
Oh, go take that. That's tricky.
If you need, let us know.
Use
We're gonna
the
be ready
shadow.
later.
Of course, and he begins to kind of remove his room, and if you have private quarters for him on the ship, and starts to deck it out and get his materials all made. And yeah.
Quick,
Anything else you wanna do?
somebody teach them the etiquette they need to know for when we're with the people that definitely would want to poach him, so he doesn't accidentally reveal himself and then gets poached and dies.
We're the best at that. Your people are hated by a lot of people.
Urkel goes into his captain's quarters, and now he's slowly set up with one of those like maps you see in like ships, where like they're slowly at this island of like the Ether Sea, and he's like sits down on the bed, pulls up a piece of wood, starts carving a dragon. And on the map you see like a piece of like Captain Charleston. And you see like one of Rav to represent the Ethers, Galtic, Blot, and then you see like one of the Cistern, and now he's adding a dragon. He's like slowly the conquering of this world. Then on to the next.
Blight sees no problem with this.
Yeah, this is the plan from the beginning.
I'm pretty sure we're just making like a trading empire. And if we have to, we'll conquer by force. Banana colonialism way.
Amazing.
Then I guess our next step would be just to head back to Boston.
All right. So you're going to Phosphere?
Yep. Meet back up with everybody in their ships. Start the work of the portal.
Good. All right. So as you return to, so you're going to make your thing. So all the way to Phosphere, that is a good 6 travel legs, even with the shortcut, or that would be 9 without the shortcut.
What do you guys think? Shortcut it is?
What's the odds of lightning
You wanna
striking in
risk-
the same place twice?
Do we want to risk the shortcut again?
Come on, we gotta do it. Gotta make
Come
Do we
on.
have to though?
nobody can doubt our metal.
Hey, Captain, it's
Well,
your
I'm
choice.
not allowed
If you
to
say yes,
guidance
I'm
any
doing it.
navigation.
Correct.
So it's up to me. Come on.
Do you
Let's
have
do it.
enhanced ability, intelligence, or whatever the check is using to roll?
Here we go.
I don't have any of that prepared. I have everything to call lightning and hurt people.
Well, then here
We'll
we
be
go.
fine. We have plus. Remember, we have +6 to our. navigation
Quick,
because
Fog
Nadia's
Cloud to
3,
give them disadvantage.
It's a
and
16.
our navigation tools
On the first
gives
one.
us +3 more.
It's a 16.
With the +6.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So that's a fail. 16.
Should we auto succeed this one?
Probably.
Yeah, auto succeed.
Okay. Next.
Next.
Use the inspiration we have. We have like one in
Oh,
chat,
good.
apparently.
Okay. I'll use the one in chat. And let's see. Here we go. Advantage.
I was saving it for combat, but
I would have rather
we
done
don't
it.
need-
That's double 5s. That's a
Oof.
14.
That'll be a fail.
All right, we'll use a second succeed.
Right. That is a 26.
Okay, that's a success. All right, and you're taking a short route, so there's only 3 more to go.
3 more?
Yep.
Okay.
So
First
next
one.
one.
If I die, I might be making
24.
an artificer, guys.
24 is good to go. Next.
21.
That passes.
Final one. Here we go. Yep. 16.
Auto succeed. Our last one.
All right. So you make it without any issues to your 6 resource spend.
So we only. Does that count as a new journey? Do we get the 1 grog from that?
No, I don't think you do because you didn't spend time in port, really.
Cool. I just want to know for like pricing because
Yeah.
I paid 5 less because I thought we were gonna get that, so I just got to remove 5 more gold.
Okay, yeah. Just do that. That's fine.
So we used.
All right, very good. All right, so that as you begin to finally see Phosphere, your island, and the familiar docks that lead to its center. And I think with that, we will end as for today. Those of you watching, thanks so much as we continue our pirating escapades, and we'll start them next week. You have a good one.